Never stop reading Bible. Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're embarking on a really fascinating journey through Isaiah, chapters 38 to 41 specifically. We're going to unpack some incredible stories. Healing, yes, but also surprising errors and this profound divine comfort.
Absolutely. And it's amazing how these chapters show God interacting, both on that very personal level, but also globally. We'll connect the dots, see why it still matters so much today. It's about ancient text, sure, but also universal truths.
Okay, let's start with Isaiah 38 then. It throws us right into a crisis. King Hezekiah, he's suddenly critically ill, life-threatening. And Isaiah comes with this just, wow, stark prophecy, you're going to die. But Hezekiah doesn't just accept it. He turns to God, crying, reminding God of his faithful life. And this is where it gets really interesting.
It really does. Because God's response is immediate. Just boom, he hears Hezekiah.
Yeah.
And he promises him 15 more years of life. 15 years. And healing, because it's incredible reversal. And the prescription Isaiah gives, it's so specific. A poultice of figs.
Figs, yeah, it's surprisingly down to earth, isn't it?
Exactly. It's a reminder that God can work through ordinary means too. And Hezekiah, he writes this beautiful song afterwards, full of praise.
So after that really powerful personal healing, you'd think, okay, smooth sailing for Hezekiah. But then, chapter 39, a twist. A really significant mistake, a human error. Envoys come from Babylon, right? To congratulate him on getting better, and Hezekiah, maybe feeling a bit proud, I don't know. He decides to show them everything, all the kingdom's treasures.
Every last bit of gold and silver, the armory, everything in his storehouses, not just a quick tour. And Isaiah's reaction is swift. He delivers this heavy prophecy, those very treasures you just showed off, that we carried off to Babylon. Even your descendants.
Wow. So his pride, his lapse in judgment, it sets up trouble for the future.
Precisely. It's a stark warning, isn't it? About how even seemingly small acts of vanity can have huge consequences down the line. But what's also fascinating and key is that Isaiah says peace and security will last throughout Hezekiah's own lifetime.
Right. That duality is important. Personal failing, future consequences, but still grace for his own time. And that really sets the stage perfectly for chapter 40, which is this huge shift in tone. Suddenly, it's all about comfort. God tells Isaiah, comfort my people. He promises liberation from the future Babylonian captivity that was just prophesied because of Hezekiah's mistake. The repetition of comfort, it's so intentional, isn't it? Like a deep reassurance.
It signifies this active, powerful intervention. Hope isn't based on their circumstances, but on God himself.
And you get that powerful image, too, the voice crying in the wilderness, preparing the way for God's glory. So what does this tell us about God?
Oh, it tells us his power, his majesty. They're just overwhelming, beyond comparison. Isaiah uses these 5 incredible rhetorical questions. Who measured the waters in his hand? Who marked off the heavens? They're designed to make you stop and think, to realize nobody helped God create. He did it all.
Right. They're unanswerable, really.
Exactly. No idol, no nation, nothing compares to his sovereignty. And that's the source of the comfort you see. He's in control. He sees his people. He holds them.
And that theme of God's sovereignty, it just flows right into chapter 41. God directly takes on the nations. He tells them basically, you don't control your destiny. I do. He even points to King Cyrus of Persia, saying he'll raise him up to do his will. Makes all the human alliances look, well, pointless against his plan.
It underlines God's absolute protection of Israel. He says he's holding their hand. And this steadfastness, Isaiah says, will eventually lead people to recognize him as the Holy One. It's a stark contrast to the nations desperately trying to, get answers from their idols, trying to predict the future. God basically says, those idols, they're nothing, worthless. Relying on them leads to ruin. It really makes you wonder.
Yeah, what a journey in just these few chapters. From Hezekiah's personal highs and lows to the sweeping promise of comfort for a whole nation and this declaration of God's absolute control over history. These ancient stories, they still resonate so deeply, addressing our personal lives and the big picture. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Source, the Center Studio.